16-8 Diet: How to Lose Weight with the 16-8 Intermittent Fasting Plan. While there are many variants of intermittent fasting, the 16-8 diet is, by far, the most popular one around. This is perhaps because the 16-8 diet, also known as the Lean Gains diet, is the easiest of them all. You could think of it as the most beginner-friendly version of intermittent fasting, and going by this fact, it must produce the results that every beginner would love to see to keep following the diet. The question is, what is the eating plan about and how do you follow it? What are the do's and don'ts? This post will cover this and much more to help you get started. For starters, we'll seek to understand why it's named 16-8 diet. Why is it called 16-8? With most intermittent fasting protocols, you either consider hours spent fasting or take the days of the week into account. The names of various intermittent fasting protocols come depending on the hours spent fasting, feeding, or the number of days in a week that you have to fast. In our case, you'll be fasting for 16 hours a day, then dedicate the remaining 8 hours, a day has 24 hours, to the feeding window. You can decide to take one meal during the 8-hour window or take all 3, of course without having to overeat just because you have been fasting or are going to fast after the 8-hour window ends. Who is this protocol for? This protocol is for anyone who wants to lose weight. It's for the person who may want to build lean muscle, improve health, and basically get a complete handle on eating habits and frequency. It is suitable for both men and women, and best of all, it's perfect for beginners who have never fasted a day in their life, seeing as it exerts reasonable demands on the body while being effective. How do you perform the 16-8 routine? At this point, you already have a good idea on how to carry out a 16-8 routine. Every day, you will fast for 16 hours and then fit all your meals into an 8-hour window. You are allowed non-caloric drinks and water, but all calories must be eliminated from your fasting hours. Here are some pointers carrying out the 16-8 routine. Plan your fasting period so that the bulk of the hours fall into your sleeping period. For example, if you're used to sleeping at 10 p.m., schedule your fast to begin at this time. Proceed to skip breakfast when you wake up the next day and have your first meal at around 12 o'clock p.m. If it makes it any better, you can call that first meal breakfast. Water is a great companion when carrying out a fast. It helps you fill out and assist the body flush out accumulated toxins. As such, take lots of water. Typically, a woman should take 9 glasses, while a man should take at least 12 glasses. Spread out your meals when the eating window arrives. The best strategy is to have a smallish meal every 2 hours, which means you will have 4 meals in your 8-hour eating period. Combine your fasting with exercise for best results with regard to losing weight. You do not have to bring the whole gym down to see results. Light exercises are enough. This brings us to only perform light exercises during your fasting period. When fasting, you are not providing your body with food for energy, so it makes little sense to burn the little reserves left with intense workouts. Eat responsibly. This one points to 2 things. The first is that while you may not be used to restricted eating periods, but nonetheless eat normally during your 8-hour feeding window. You are not revenging for anything. Food remains food, and the intention is to lose weight. The second is that you should also focus mostly on whole foods when you do eat. Gorging on ice cream after a fast is a bit like replacing a slingshot's rubber band with wool. It is pointless. This information about the 16-8 diet should be enough to get you started with the intermittent fasting protocol. If you want to learn more about the diet, be sure to subscribe to our channel, as it goes in depth on such things like do's and don'ts and how to set yourself up for success while following this intermittent fasting protocol and any other protocol and much more.